Kappei has just released Arc 7 Chapter 85, and this video will be a summary of the chapter. I highly recommend you check out my Arc 7 Chapter 84 summary. Anyways, let's begin. Rem mutters that the tension in the house has risen. Rem has experience with warlike situations, and she can sense that the guards in the mansion are very tense. The rebels have apparently been gaining the upper hand, and the Imperial Army is struggling to quell down the rebellion. Ironically, the rebellion was kickstarted by Rem and her group, back when they were at the city of Guaral during the bloodless castle siege. From Rem's point of view, Madeline retreating was not from a strategic point of view. It would be hard to say that the city of Guaral and the rebels won the fight after seeing the state that the city of Guaral was in. However, a victory is a victory. However, there was another reason for the rebellion having such momentum: Abel and Subaru. Rem mutters that she wonders how much of the success was down to Subaru, and wonders if she had any impact in the rebellion. Rem knows that Subaru wouldn't keep his mouth shut and would have started moving around, and she assumes that Subaru definitely has some form of contribution to the rebellion at the moment. The scent of blood is in the air. Battles are breaking out all over Volacia. Rem wonders how far ahead Abel had foreseen when this situation arose. Rem also wonders if Abel had taken into account that the people of Volacia disliked him and factored all of that into there being a rebellion. Of course, if the people hated Abel, then they would rebel, and Subaru was of course the pawn of Abel. However, even though Subaru was a pawn, he was not privy to all of the plans that Abel devised. Rem wonders how it went from the Shudrakians to a full upheaval of the country, which could potentially last for several years, and wonders what will be said about Subaru and Abel, who were the two people in the middle of the rebellion. Rem is then interrupted by a woman calling her a fool, since Rem was just standing there idly holding the woman's hair and doing nothing. The woman says that Rem wanted to do her hair, yet is just standing there. We see that Rem is currently doing Katya's hair, and Katya is staring at Rem through a mirror, and Rem says that she was thinking. However, Katya says that everyone thinks and to not make excuses. Regardless, Katya felt like she was being harsh and she looked down. Rem, seeing this, smiled at Katya's small animal-like behaviour. Both Katya and Rem were at the Prime Minister's estate. Both were essentially under house arrest. Katya then asks Rem what's with the look, and Rem states that her face looks like another person's. However, Katya says that it's very scary for Rem to say that, especially when Rem has no memories. So remember, Rem is looking into the mirror and seeing her own face in the reflection, and she can't really associate herself with the image that she sees, obviously because she lost her memories. Katya then proceeds to bite her nails. This seems to be a habit that she does when her thoughts and emotions get frayed. However, Katya said Rem was good at doing hair. Rem is of course confused, but Katya says that before she lost her memories, she must have done a job relating to hair. However, Katya actually says to never mind, since there isn't really a job solely related to doing hair, and Katya says to just ignore her. So apparently in rezero they don't have barbers or hairdressers. Interesting. With that, Katya says to Rem that she can go to someone else if she's bored, but Rem says that everyone else is busy. Katya believes that Rem came to see her because she was the only one that was available. However, Rem explains that she came to Katya because Rem believes that Rem and Katya are friends. Katya mutters the word Eugene, asking who it is, and Rem says that it's not a name, it means friend, and then Katya says the word Tomodachi, which means friend. Katya was in shock. After all, this was a relationship forced upon her by Rem. Rem said she's sorry for presuming that they're friends and she should rather call them fellow house arrestees. However, Katya interrupts Rem, saying that friends is fine. As she did this, she covered her face with her hands and looked away. We also see that Katya has started to bite her nails. And Katya asks about Rem's interest in the rebellion. After all, that's what she was talking about at the start of the chapter. Rem says that she was involved in an area of fighting, and Rem says that she has an interest in it and asks if Katya does also. But Katya says that her brother is dead and she hates war. Editors note Jamal is not dead, but Katya believes that he is dead. Rem already knew of the death of Katya's brother. The rebellion caused his death. From this, Rem also learned of Katya's fiancé battling for the sake of the Empire. However, Katya is adamant that her fiancé wouldn't die. Assuming that's referring to Todd, of course. Yeah, most likely not. Deep down, Rem knows that Abel wouldn't go easy on his former subjects, which is, of course, referring to Todd. After all, Subaru teamed up with Abel and the Shadrakians to free her from the Imperial camp. What would Katya think of Rem if she knew of Rem's true position being with the rebellion? This was something that she couldn't tell Katya, who was still sad at the death of her brother. We see that the Prime Minister's estate has become a bit crowded, namely with young boys. These young boys were calling themselves the Crown Prince, all of them having the unique black hair. Of course, Katya doesn't want to really interact with them since she's really distrustful of other people. Katya mutters that it's weird that the Valachian Emperor doesn't have children. And Rem remembers her conversation with the Prime Minister, stating that the whole reason why Vincent was ousted was due to him not having children, so she is of course confused. Rem then asks for Katya's opinion on Vincent. However, Katya says that she doesn't have one, as it's a country for the people who are strong and she is weak. Either way, Katya hates war. Who wouldn't? War breaks out and Katya's brother dies and her fiancé is shipped off for battle. Either way, Rem doesn't believe any of the boys are Vincent's children. Katya asks why, and Rem says that it's really weird how they were captured so easily. However, deep down, Rem knows the answer since she has met the real emperor, Vincent, also known as Abel, and Rem knew that Abel's true child, if there was one, would be really smart. Rem believes that Vincent's true child would then work with Vincent and then oust the fake emperor rather than get captured easily. Katya still thinks everything is all stupid, and Rem calls out to Katya. However, Katya starts having a tantrum, asking if the captured princes are better than her. Katya is someone with no self-confidence, so she would tend to beat herself up over her inadequacies. However, both of them were interrupted by a noise. When they looked, they saw Madeline. Madeline was outside of the room and was peering in through the window, and Rem stood in front of Katya to body block her. Madeline would routinely leave the mansion at the request of Vincent and the Prime Minister, but would tend to return back to the mansion later on. Madeline then asks if Rem forgot her duty, but Rem says that she's healing, flop, and it's coming along fine. She then asks about the blood on Madeline's body, and Madeline says that it's not her blood. Rem asks if Madeline fought with someone, but Madeline says that dragons do not fight with people. After all, the dragon has no equal. A dragon hunts. Her orders are to bring back the dark-haired kids and to kill the rest, and that's the reason why she has blood on her. Rem then asks if Madeline came to talk, but Madeline tells Rem to not get ahead of herself as there are many healers. Rem says that she hasn't seen any other healers besides herself. This actually causes Madeline to get angry. However, Katya rushes in to Rem's defense, and Madeline tells Katya to not get involved next time since she's weak, and that's her final warning. With that, Madeline turns to leave, but Rem wants to call out to Madeline to tell her to retract her words to Katya, but Katya stops Rem from doing so. However, Rem tells Madeline to clean herself and to go bathe because it's unhygienic, and then Madeline agrees to this. Rem then says that she could also change her clothes, and then Madeline gets angry again and shouts that she understands. And that causes Katya and Rem to freeze up. Deep down, Rem knows that Madeline will trust her. It seems like Flop has been telling Madeline to trust Rem's words, and Rem hopes that potentially one day Madeline will join their side. Madeline then tells them that her role is nearly over, considering the final battle is approaching. Of course, referring to the final battle of the rebellion. Rem, hearing this, realizes that there will be a final battle, and Katya is of course thinking that they're all fools, even going as far as calling Rem a fool for wanting to fight. Rem apologizes to Katya, and Katya says that she's used to it, and says that she's used to being told what to do since she's a useless person. Rem doesn't like when Katya belittles herself, but Rem says that it's fine and that's why she is here. Katya says that she doesn't care and she isn't friends with Rem, but Rem just smiles at her and soothes her. As Rem soothes Katya, she thinks about what she can do for the upcoming battle. That's the only thing that makes her empty self resonate, and it makes her heartbeat race. And with that, the chapter ends. Honestly, it was kind of boring chapter, if I'm honest. I don't really have anything to say. It was just meh. Nothing really happened.